Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Have you ever said 2 sentences and a whole bunch of people came to Christ? How could that even happen? And what 2 sentences could anyone say that could be that powerful? In John 4, Jesus met the Samaritan woman at the well outside of Sychar. After a conversation in which Jesus offered her living water, told her everything she'd ever done, and disclosed that He was the Messiah, she believed and ran off to tell the people of her town. All she said was, "Come and see a man who told me all things that I ever did. Could this be the Christ?" Then, as the New Living Translation puts it, the people came streaming from the village to see him. Later it says many of the Samaritans of that city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified, "He told me all that I ever did." Now, in that day and time, women were not valued as they are now. Women could not testify in court. So why would they believe this woman? After all, even in that society, she was scorned and looked down upon because of her divorces and adultery. In the eyes of most people, that would make her untrustworthy. But they believed because of her testimony. Why? Well, for one thing, the Holy Spirit had them ready to hear what she had to say. When we witness to someone, if they're hard or weedy or rocky soil, nothing grows. But when the Holy Spirit is working, we don't have to do much more than stick the seed in their soul, and it shoots up into full belief. That's what happened here. They were ready and had a willing heart because the Holy Spirit had been getting them ready. I also think it had to do with the woman's excitement. If she'd wandered into town and said to the men of the gate, "I just met a guy up there by the well who says he's the Messiah. You might want to go check on him," I doubt that would have made much of an impression on them. But as she ran up to them out of breath, panting, and said, "There's a guy up there by the well who just told me everything I ever did. Come and see," they would have been curious enough to check it out. If our lives and passion don't match our words, people won't bother checking out what we say. But these people took one look at this radiant, changed woman and knew something had happened to her, something amazing and unexplainable, and they wanted to know what it was. When we're passionate about the Lord and His salvation and truth, it will show. The actual words she said didn't matter as much as her attitude and joy that she had in presenting the news and her changed life. And it says, many of the Samaritans of that city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified, "He told me all that I ever did." Many of them. And it never says Jesus did miracles here. They believed because of a 2-sentence testimony. That's faith. This type of faith didn't happen in Judea or Galilee. In fact, Jesus preached one sermon in Nazareth and they tried to stone him. And of Chorazin and Bethsaida, he said, "Woe to you, for if the mighty works which were done here had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes." But this Samaritan city didn't need proof of miracles or grand teaching, only the word of this woman. And they asked Jesus to stay with them. They not only believed, but invited him to stay. That never happened in a Jewish town. Don't you think it was a joy for Jesus to minister to these people? How can we be more like the Samaritans? How could we welcome Jesus, not because he's done things for us, but because we want to know more? We hunger and thirst to be with him.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.